All right. Thank you very much, sweetheart. Okay. It only takes.
When people have to suffer because of money, or people making money, or whatever, that is just not right.
When the doctor can't cure you, and you want to get cured, you're going to try anything, aren't you? I was willing to give it a shot, yes. I'd give it 2 shots.
Change your life. Come and take some real medicine. Medicine that is safe, and medicine that works for a change.
My name is Rick Simpson. I live at 344 Little Forks Road, just outside of Macan, Nova Scotia. I'm here to tell you about the most medicinal plant known to man, hemp. Oils made from the hemp plant are the most medicinally active substances ever found in nature. Up until about 85 years ago, hemp medicines were widely used all over the world. Many drug companies in the 1800s and early 1900s produced hemp medicines for decades. Hemp is a plant, and therefore it cannot be patented. To drug companies, no patent means no money, hence no interest in producing this drug. When you examine bud from the hemp plant, you can see that it is covered in resin. This resin makes the bud appear to be covered in frost. This resin is the medicine. When collected and processed properly, the resulting oil is an effective cure or control for practically any disease known to man, even cancer. We have supplied this oil to dozens of people with cancer. Even people who were diagnosed with terminal cancer by our medical system now have a clean bill of health after treatment with hemp medicine. When working with this medicine, medical miracles are a common occurrence. This oil has brought many people right off their deathbeds. Due to the restrictions put in place by our government against this medicine, we feel that it is our duty to inform the public how they can make their own. In reality, this medicine should be produced on a grand scale in a controlled environment, using the highest quality starting material. Producing hemp medicine in this manner would stabilize the potency of this medication, plus any danger associated with this medicine's production could be eliminated. High-potency hemp oil can be produced right in your own home or workshop. Later in this video, we will show you how this can be accomplished observing simple rules of safety. We do not approve of this method due to the safety issue involved, and we bear no responsibility if this information is misused. If you or someone you care about has a life-threatening medical condition that our medical system has failed to help, there is a very good chance that hemp oil is the answer to your problems. There are 3 different ways to use the oil as a medication. You can ingest it, you can vaporize it, or you can use it topically. But for internal diseases like cancer, lung cancer, that type of thing, the internal treatment works magnificently.
Well, I've had 4 open heart surgeries and probably 5 pacemakers. I've been through the mill as far as medical stuff goes. And I started taking this because my father was taking it for his cancer, which he doesn't have anymore, but this came along. It works perfect. It lets me do a day's work, or as much as I can safely. Let's face it, after 4 open hearts, you are still limited to what you can do, but I go all day. The wife and I 4-wheeler all over the place. It virtually gave me my life back without the pain.
I have suffered from major depression since the age of 27. I suffer from anxiety attacks. I've also had 3 back injuries with constant aching in my back, and that for years. And when I took this medicine, it seemed to take the aching from my back. It seems to cut down my panic attacks. And as late as I keep going on, it just seems to get better and better, my depression and anxiety attacks.
I had a huge mole on my shoulder that was black and It had a crusty, it wasn't a natural mow, and I'd been sort of concerned about it. And so, actually knowing from Rick mentioning that it cured skin cancer and removed stuff like that, I decided to put a little oil on my mow and see if it worked. So I put a little Band-Aid over it. I only applied it for like 3 days and then another 4, and then in 2 weeks it was completely gone.
Well, I had skin cancer. It's melanoma cancer, they told me. I was treated time after time, and I was burnt several times. I call it burnt. They have another name for it. But anyway, they burnt me several times, and it wasn't doing no good. All the salve they gave me, I put it on. So I ran across this fellow they called Ricky Simpson. Well, you've seen my face. I know it's all wrinkled up, but there are no big holes in it.
I use hemp oil for a number of conditions. Migraine headaches, cyst on the ovary, arthritis, bad skin allergies, snoring, upset stomach, diarrhea, something wrong with my bowels, and it helped with every condition that I had.
I had 2 months to live. I was cashing in, I didn't care then, and got a hold of Rick, and Rick explained how this stuff works. The chemo and the radiation just kills everything inside of you. It doesn't give you a chance to live. And then when I look at my hemp oil, that's why I am sitting here today telling you that hemp oil does work.
Skin conditions, cancer, diabetes, infections, glaucoma, arthritis, chronic pain, burns, ulcers, warts and moles, any condition involving mutating cells, migraine headaches, asthma, insomnia, anxiety and depression. It works to regulate your weight. It heals scar tissue. It rejuvenates vital organs. In fact, I would like someone to show me what it can't heal.
When we began, Rick asked me to find out if there was any detrimental effects to the hemp oil. As we searched, we couldn't find any, and the research kept coming back with all the good aspects of the medicine. And as we kept looking, then we ran into Dr. Guzman in Spain, who's done research since 1999 into the hemp oil. The International Cannabinoid Research Society has been researching it for 17 years. They have research papers from various researchers and research organizations, including Health Canada. Well, in our research, we haven't been able to find anything that appears detrimental. Everything is beneficial from the oil. Cannabis and hemp traditionally have been used to treat alcoholics and recovering drug addicts, and it hasn't changed over the years. They're still using it today in some cases, but most medical facilities don't recognize it. I believe they don't recognize the product because of the disinformation we've been handed over the years. It's touted as an illicit drug rather than a medicine. In the research that we have, the most amazing part of the product is the medicinal value to it. Especially in the eastern countries, yet mainstream medicine refuses to recognize the validity of it.
To anyone that would say that I am nothing but a high-class drug dealer, to that I would just have to laugh. I mean, drug dealers, they sell it for a big price and they make the money. I've been giving it away since 2003. Well, I'd have to be the stupidest drug dealer in history to give it away, now wouldn't I? How do you make any money if you're giving the stuff away?
Well, that's exactly right.
I'm just trying to help people, Christian. I mean, that's all this is about. And I want people to know how to heal themselves. In 1975, I was listening to CKDH radio when the announcer came on with a report of THC from the marijuana and/or hemp plant killing cancer cells. 3 years previously, in 1972, I had watched my 25-year-old cousin die a horrible death from cancer. So when I heard this report, it certainly caught my attention. But time goes by, and I never heard any more reports, so I assumed that the report I had heard could not be true, or the system would be using THC to cure cancer. In 1997, I received a serious head injury at work. The doctors put me on prescription drugs, but these drugs did nothing to alleviate my condition, and many of the drugs had horrible side effects. In late 1998, I watched an episode of The Nature of Things entitled Reefer Madness 2. Dr. David Suzuki interviewed many people with serious medical conditions who had been using hemp as a treatment. The results were amazing. After seeing this program, I purchased some hemp and tried it. Just smoking hemp did more for my medical condition than all those pills the doctors were giving me, and I told them so. I asked many doctors for a prescription for hemp, but was refused. All the doctors would do is tell me that hemp was bad for the lungs, and to stay away from hemp. It's still under study. Even my family doctor said it was bad for the lungs. So I asked him what he thought about me taking the essential oil from the hemp plant and ingesting it orally as a medication. The doctor agreed that this would be a much more medicinal way to use this drug, but would still not give me a prescription, so I could acquire this drug legally. In 2001, my family doctor informed me that there was nothing more they could do. They had nothing left to try on me, so I was on my own. I continued producing and taking hemp oil as my only medication. Slowly, my thinking processes cleared from the effects of all those chemical drugs the doctors had given me, and everyone around me saw the improvement in my condition. The oil had worked wonders for me. In late 2002, my family doctor examined 3 areas on my skin which he presumed to be skin cancer. One was close to my right eye, another on my left cheek, and another on my chest. In January 2003, the cancer close to my right eye was surgically removed, and they were going to schedule me to have the other 2 cancers removed at a later date. About a week after the surgery by my eye, the area was infected and very angry looking. I was examining where the surgery had been done when the report I had heard on the radio in 1975 popped back into my mind. I knew the oil I produced had concentrated THC in it, so I put some oil on 2 bandages and applied them to the other 2 areas of skin cancer. In 4 days, both cancers were gone. Needless to say, I was very excited about the hemp oil curing my skin cancer, so I went to my doctor's office for a copy of my pathology report, which stated that I had basal cell carcinoma. I informed the receptionist that the cancer had returned, and that I had cured it and the other 2 cancers with hemp oil. The reaction of the receptionist mystified me. She went rigid, saying, "The doctor will not go there. The doctor will not prescribe this." I was standing in my doctor's office telling them that I cured my cancer with hemp oil, and they didn't want to hear it? Foolishly, at the time, I thought the system wanted a cure for cancer. Seeing the receptionist's reaction to the hemp oil left me feeling very uneasy. It felt like the Twilight Zone. In April 2003, I contacted the Pain Management Center in Halifax. I had been told by a friend that the center might be able to provide me with a license to possess hemp. All I got was a recorded message stating that there was a 21-month waiting period and that you must be referred by your physician. Now where did that leave me? My family doctor wouldn't even talk about hemp medicine.
Big-time controversy brewing in a small town over this. Is it a cure-all or contraband?
Now here's somebody dying from cancer, they're not dying anymore. Here's somebody that had something else, well, they're cured. And this is what's doing it.
But in a small Nova Scotia town, one man is trying to get the word out about what he says are the healing properties of hemp oil. But as Ross Lord explains, where he's spreading the word has created a major headache with no cure in sight.
In McCann, Nova Scotia, this oil is gaining a reputation as a miracle drug.
That's the cure right there.
Oil extracted from marijuana plants. Rick Simpson has been making it and giving it to friends and neighbors. He calls it hemp oil. Others know it as weed oil. In small doses, he says, it makes you well without getting you high.
Hemp oil containing THC has been touted as an effective treatment for many diseases, including cancer. But distributing THC, the psychoactive ingredient in marijuana, is illegal. And that has some Nova Scotia users worried their supply of medicinal hemp oil will disappear. Global's Ray Bradshaw has the story.
I'm used to it.
Hemp oil is being used by some people in the McCann area of Nova Scotia to help in the treatment of cancer. Now they're worried their hemp oil will be taken away.
People are being very scared of the RCMP coming in their home and taking their medicine from them. And, The whole community itself is living in fear down here, including my family.
That's because the hemp oil Rick Simpson is making contains THC, an illegal substance. He says there's medical proof that THC kills cancer cells. Rick Dwyer says Simpson's hemp oil cured his father's cancer and other diseases.
It took the fluid off his lungs. It repaired the prostate. It did so many things for him. He doesn't even take his insulin now for his diabetes because it controls his diabetes.
Amherst RCMP told us they won't likely track down people who use hemp oil for medicinal purposes. But the RCMP say it is illegal to provide people with hemp oil containing THC, whether or not the supplier is paid.
Simpson grew marijuana on his property and made hemp oil from it. This fall, RCMP confiscated the plants, but didn't arrest or charge him.
They took it here, so what's to stop them from going house to house?
Simpson says without marijuana to make hemp oil, he's been unable to supply people. He's hoping the attitude toward the drug will soon turn around.
People are dying for no damn reason. I'd like to see the most medicinal plant in the world get the recognition it deserves.
For Global News in Macan, this is Ray Bradshaw reporting.
All right, well, that's some great news to the world community. We now have the cure for cancer. There's no doubt, guys. You can check it out in all the world's, the big 8 nations all have it in their medical journals now. France, England, Germany, all of them. It is true. It does kill cancer cells, and it actually does a lot of other things. Actual injuries, it helps you to rejuvenate. It actually goes into your body and reprograms your cells to do what they're supposed to. It's really amazing. God's gift to man. Yes, hello, God is wonderful again. Another topic we're going to discuss tonight is faith. Faith across the board, all around. What is faith? Faith is belief that you pray and your God is listening. And so we're going to talk about praying for peace. If your God is interested in peace, we'd like you to get involved. So we're going to have a wonderful discussion tonight with some of these world peacers, and we're going to bring them up.
Here we are, guys, and just a little update. All the Journey fans out there, come on up, guys. Come around me. Come on, gather around the circle, the TV circle. Journey Blue Heaven is going to be coming on the show this next Wednesday. So, yes, I am not stuttering. This is the real deal. She's coming on. And we're going to have we got a star-studded show waiting for you. And as well as right now, we got some awesome folks that came all the way over from Dutchess County, as well as from international. We got New Zealand, we got India, we got the Congo, we got Moldova. We're covering a lot of charts, as well as Woodstock, New York. So, all right, and welcome. May I ask your names? Welcome. Introduce yourselves.
My name is Paul Rajan. I come from New Zealand, though I'm originate from India. But I live in New Zealand for the last 10 years and have New Zealand citizenship. And I'm here in Dutchess County, in Berrytown, especially in Unification Theological Seminary, doing my Master's in Religious Education, particularly in peace-building area. Now, that is the need of the hour.
And are these your...
I have 2 more colleagues here, and I request them to introduce.
Yeah.
Well, good evening. My name is Mabao Ile Mabila from the Democratic Republic of Congo in Central Africa, formerly called Zaire. I'm a student at Unification Theological Seminary. I'm having my master's degree on religious education as well. I'm a candidate for the Peace Builder because our seminary is an interfaith seminary. We study together with brothers and sisters and classmates from different religion backgrounds, like Muslims and myself Christians and some Hindus. It's very exciting time and very inspiring time. So I'm very grateful. I'm very excited studying with brothers and sisters from different faiths, and we have dialogue and we exchange viewpoint. We try to find common understanding, as God is our vertical parent, and we always be inspired by God. So I'm glad this evening to share about peace.
Good evening. My name is Anastasia Dragan. I'm from Republic of Moldova. It's Eastern Europe. I studied theology, Protestant theology and Lutheran, and graduated in foreign languages and literature. I'm here to study a master in divinity, and I believe that God brought me to United States for the first time for some special purpose, and I hope that the experience which I will have here, I will receive here through my brothers and sisters being in seminary, will help me to support my country and my people at home.
Wow, that's really beautiful, guys. That's what we're talking about. Coming together. This is it. We are all. Life is short. Might as well get right through the details and go straight to the core. So thank you, guys. So what is it that your projects entail? I know there's so many things, obviously, that you're talking about and you're doing that are really exciting. So what is it that you wanted to share?
Yes, in terms of world peace, now basically we are here, as we heard from our friends and myself, that we are people of different faith and different background, different culture and different race.
Right.
But we are here together studying not only about my faith and his faith and her faith, but everybody else's faith. The world major religions. What was there in the hearts of the founders of this religion? Of course, every religion talks about peace, no doubt about it. But at the same time, now how do we reach that message to the common man? But if you look at the world in reality, it's different. The reality in the world is different. The whole community, the whole world around, there are lots of chaos, confusions, and there is no understanding. Though every religion in its own way, it's very unique in terms of peace. But then, bringing these people of different faith living together in a community to a common ground of understanding, or making them to work together, and making them to work together for the betterment of someone else or for the better situation in terms of peace, is something very important and need of the hour. And I'm sure people have come to know about these kinds of concept called unification. We are from Unification Theological Seminary. Unification is something bringing interfaiths together on a platform for the sake of dialogue, for the sake of understanding on a common ground, so that everybody will be able to know what I believe and what she or her believes in terms of comparison. Now,
so in your class, for example, is it like, so the teacher's talking, but you also get a chance to talk with each other? So is it like are you looking forward, like that's your teacher, or are you in a circle kind of looking at each other, because you're all part of that class?
Well, this is a master program, right? So we need to do our own research, and we need to independent thinking. The reason we are from different countries and culture is that we need to have our viewpoint of the world today, our viewpoint of peace, through the eyes of our culture, through the eyes of our religion. And that is what is going to contribute to the people who are participant in terms of this degree program, for them to understand from their point of view as well what the other religious person is talking about.
Yes, getting through the language is like you can say one word, even the word peace.
Yes.
You have 5 different, we all have our concept of what the word peace means. Everybody in this room.
Yes,
so right there you're having to get through, right? Like what is your understanding? Then once we get more of a common ground of your understanding, we're one step ahead together. Because we're
Exactly.
That's it.
The founder of this unification movement, Reverend Dr. Moon, is emphasizing to United Nations to have a council called Interreligious Council, so that from different countries there could be different religious leaders debuted to be in the team, and they could make some substantial decisions which could contribute substantially to the world peace. And but then there are difference of opinion from different countries, though they are interested in doing it, but we are looking at how. That's what is a big question. Now this is an interfaith seminary, and they are producing people like us to come forward to make this dialogue in community level and in our own settings, in the churches, in mosques, in gurudwaras where Sikh people worship, and in Buddhist monasteries, in different groups of faith background and cultures. And we are so pleased, at least in this 21st century, we have an opportunity to talk about these issues and discuss to people.
It's total privilege.
This is a topic that people think most of the time, but don't get real opportunity to open it up, unpack, and then come to a kind of a practical conclusions where people could really put their hearts and soul together and make it as a plan of action, and then we will see that there will be peace experienced. I should say, rather
when
than
there's more than one, it's amazing when you have that one accord, one mind, how things can happen. You know, things move. That's not striving. It's not involved.
Let me give you one more point of view. Like, I'm a common man, and I meet a lot of common people who are devotees or religious people from different faiths and background. Now, we do hear so many things about the confusions and chaos going on, but then when it comes to the point of peace, I'm talking about peace within to start with.
Absolutely.
And everybody will long, for the moment of peace in their life, because they're devastated because of so many reasons in life and so many experiences that they go through. Then that individual peace, that spreads to the family. Now look at the families. What is the position of the family now? Same like in individuals, and because of the choices and the other reasons. Now, if you look at the situations of the family, we will very clearly understand, very vividly understand, there is a great need for peace. And then that leads to the community, and that leads to the nations. Exactly. Now, having these things in one side as the greatest need in the world, but the other side, if you look at it, what a common man can do in order to bring peace to the world that is devastated. My personal inspiration from the God Almighty was to request every faith-believing individuals and religious practicing devotees and religious leaders and the communities of every kind on the earth to come together to do something. And I started to ask myself, when I got this kind of inspiration, what is that something could be? If at all we can do that little thing, what is that little thing could be? Then I was convinced and convicted about prayer. Prayer is something we all long from our heart. Sometimes, oh Lord, will I not have this? God, would you not give me this? And this is what I'm looking for.
Things are really heartbreaking and things are really taken away, that all of a sudden it's like, wow, oh man, nobody can help me there. There must be somebody. Oh God, or somebody help me out. Whatever religion. When you're like, it all falls apart. Usually that's when people cry out.
I remember,
or when you're happy. It can depend on the individual.
I remember an illustration when there was a man who never used to believe in God. He was just thinking, oh, is there God? He just walked on the road, he saw some accident happening. Then he said, oh my God. Straight away he called without his knowledge.
Nat King Cole's daughter said the same thing.
Exactly, oh my God. So now the issue is, so we all believe that there is God. Now I'm trying to request this faith-believing community and individuals and different religious group to come together for a day of prayer. Now September 21st of this month is going to be World Peace Day that was designated by United Nations. And throughout the world there are several things happening on this day in terms of world peace. People have peace walk, people have peace century, they meet together and do several things, peace games, and so many things are going on. But being religious people, I like to request the viewers of this program and through them to all the community around the world to come together on a point called prayer. Let's call it as Global Peace Vigil. We are looking at people who can pray constantly 24 hours on that day, because there are times.
Mark your calendars, you guys out there, 21st of September, and get ready. make a little bit of time. It could be 5 minutes, it could be a minute, or for you dedicated ones out there, a full day, night, give it some, because they've scientifically found this stuff really does work. I mean, not only just like because it feels good, but it's actually like changing the molecular bubble structure of all of us, so this whole planet, so.
Yes. Remember, it is United Nations which has made this decision and executed this decision to be observed as Day of Prayer, International Day of Prayer for World Peace. So we are making some viable program based on this kinds of decision that is being done in United Nations. What we would like to say is okay, come on, mark your calendar, as Star said, come on, mark your calendar and pray. Maybe 1 minute, 10 minutes, 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever, and pray for world peace. Whatever religious background that you may have, that's not going to be a matter. We are going to make prayer up after all. And prayer, remember, prayer is most powerful tool in anybody's hand that can shake the world, that can bring changes to our community.
Absolutely, wonderful. Well, now let's go to some of our colleagues and what has been, now your experience. How long have you been in this country? You've been in the Congo,
yes,
in Africa. So, what is your story with?
Well, I'm from the Congo. I've been in the United States about 4.5 years. First of all, I'm so grateful to Almighty God to brought me here, because it's not about me, it's about Him. Since I was a young boy, I had a lot of gratitude towards American missionary, because I was educated in American schools, made by American, what I want to say. And I already think that Americans are very special people to me, because I encounter a lot of missionaries.
That's interesting perspective.
And when I get here, I try to observe the lifestyle of Americans. I enjoy the freedom of people expression, life, the freedom of religion. And as a believer, I try to understand that this is a God-given nation, because you feel a freedom of worship, freedom to communicate, to interact with people come from a different backgrounds. It's a unique experience in my lifetime.
Right.
So now I come to the point that I'm studying this theology of interfaith. I commit myself to become a peace builder, because I witness in Africa a lot of conflicts, civil war in the case of my country, and I witness poverty. But I think if we really understand that we have the same feelings, the same situation, we have to help one another to understand that we have to move towards a world of understanding and help one another, we can build a world of peace. So my contribution would be first to receive this education and become an example, a peace builder, a peace myself. I am a peace. Not to looking for a peace, but how can I become a peace myself?
Peace of the peace.
Peace of the peace.
Peace of
like
the peace,
my
guys.
colleague saying, just this saying, we have a classmate from,
It must be
Muslim,
so inspiring too, like your
from
whole
Christianity and Hindus. So we interact with our teachers, our professors. It's not one-way education. So we give our viewpoint. It's so deep, so inspiring. So I'm very excited. And as my colleague mentioned, I believe in the power of prayer.
Amen, absolutely.
Because when we pray together, we can mobilize a greater energy from God, and we can really change the world. So I do believe that we are living in a time we have to go beyond even our belief in religion, because the bottom line is we have one common ground, which is love.
Amen.
And the love comes from God. God is love. So I believe that if you are a true believer, you have to respect and value one another.
Right.
Therefore, there is a a ground we can sit together and dialogue and build together as one family under God.
Yes, one family under God is the pathway for peace.
Yeah, because and the love. Because we've been talking about the peace, but it's like, that's the glue.
Love is the
glue, absolutely, and
glue that brings people together.
This is, and absolutely, and also with your experience in Moldova, because that we have to. Where is that located? Some of you may be asking, because geography is not one of the strongest subjects in American curriculum. But you have a lovely. So what is and you shared a little bit of your story, but with your coming here, but what is it that you would like to share with us?
First, Moldova is geographically located or situated in Eastern Europe. It's between Romania and Ukraine. Very small country. 2.5 million people, and it's independent republic. About 17 years already. It was a part of Soviet Union, ex-Soviet Union, and now it's independent republic. This is my second week in the United States.
Oh wow! Okay, so here you are, public access on live international streaming. So just get warmed up. We're giving you this. You can write your friends. You can let them all see this program.
Yeah, this is my second week. So I'm for the first time in the United States. My second week here, and I enjoy really being here. And it's like falling in love with somebody right now with United States and people, mostly with people here, because. You differ absolutely with people in Europe or in other continents where I've already been. More open, more lovely, more honest, more friendly, and it's like
we're trying.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like a cultural shock for me.
And greedy. Oh wow! Gosh, that should be one of our slogans or something. That's great. Okay, you can help us write.
So I hope that the next 2 or 3 years will be very useful for me. I will try to do my best, and I will try to take as much as possible from you, from United States, from people here, to bring it to my country, to my people.
What are some things going on in your country?
Well, right now we will have president election as next year, and unfortunately our government is so corrupted that we don't have the right man, I would say, to be elected as a president. And I hope all country, all religion people, they pray for Moldova to support, at least through the prayer, to find somebody who will rule the country as a truthful, faithful man. So I hope that will be also for United States. 2009 it's like a year of decisions. Take a decision. So, and peace is, I guess, for all of us here, one family under God.
Are you letting your friends and family know now, obviously, where you come from, to also focus on this time? Are you connecting with your home bases to let everybody know? Tune in on September 21st? Or
yes, September 21st is a great day for world peace, and we are very excited about it, because United Nations has some efforts, at least in terms of spirituality and in the line of spiritual thinking. They are making some efforts to talk about peace. So my guess is that people like us have to get down to ground level, the peace, religious peace people, to go down to each door and knock the door, each churches, mosques, Buddhist monasteries, and temples, wherever it may be. Bring the people together in terms of peace, and to come on, let's have dialogue, let's pray for peace, and let's go in a different focus, with a different focus, to become one family under God, who is love. Ultimately, God who is love, and through us peace can flow, and truth, of course.
That's true.
Of course, that is the truth. That is the truth. God is love, and that is the truth.
Yes, the truth is very loving.
Exactly. So
the unconditional love we're talking about
yes,
here.
true. So we would be very pleased to hear from the viewers if they are committing themselves to pray for 1 minute, 10 minutes, 1 hour, or whatever on the 21st of September as peace builders from Unification Theological Seminary.
Guys, you want to do something? Today's your day.
We all could
become. It
become.
only takes a few seconds, a few minutes.
Yeah, we all could become peace builders if you just pray 1 minute for the world peace. Is that right? Yes, we all could become peace builders for if you pray 2 minutes or 10 minutes.
You could put on your job application that your job you have this experience. You're a peace builder, okay? Yes. So if you're wondering what some of your talents can be, here you are, and here's a good moment to
start. They will have team spirit when they work in the office. Is that right?
Yeah.
So peace loving, they love everybody.
But you're telling me a little bit outside about Peace Center. What is these?
Yes, Peace Center is nothing but we have a place. We call it as Peace Embassy.
Peace Embassy.
Yes, where which coordinates all these kinds of program. For example, in the month of August 8th in Washington DC, there was a program called Global Peace Festival, and in New Zealand I used to conduct a program called Global Peace Concert. It's nothing but bringing different arts together.
Yeah, we like that.
Arts together.
That's what we're talking about.
Washington DC, Global Peace Festival was a great success. If you log on to the website globalpeacefestival.org, you will know the rest of the details which is done by this unification movement. The whole idea is bring different cultural arts together on one stage, different race, different language people on one stage. And as they prepare and present this program, they mingle with each other, they develop respect for each other's culture, and at the end of the day they come to a place to say, yes, this is peace, and this is love, this is God's family, we are one together, and we need to move forward in this direction.
Maybe you could call Michael Lane and you guys could collaborate.
Yeah. Good idea. I think this is what we need from different people. So please visit this website called globalpeacefestival.org, and there is a great message for you. And it's once a year in United States and also in many countries. We had it in Philippines. In New Zealand, I used to call it as Global Peace Concert, but this festival program is going to happen in another couple of months' time. So when you pray for things like this, when you pray for peace, please pray for these kinds of activities to take much more importance in the community lives of people, so that their focus will be different. Rather than reading the newspaper, what is there in the newspaper all the time about war, problem, killing, deaths? But let's look things positively. Let's listen to positive vibrations in terms of peace. And that's all about peace emphases of different countries. Especially if you will visit this website called Unification Movement. Especially
Unification Moment.
Unification Movement. But actual website would be called uts.edu. Please visit our school website, UTS, Unification Theological Seminary.edu, and that gives lots of links, which leads you to several program and plans that is there in the pipeline and that's going on at the moment, like Global Peace Festival, for example, and there are many other things. Even for young people, there is a very interesting program that we are talking to them. Young people. Young people. We are talking about, building future leaders, especially building characters for them. And we are talking to them, especially to be away from all the immoral things before marriage. So we are trying to build people of good character,
values. It's like once we value ourselves, each other, it's like wow, it's the worth.
Exactly.
It's like everyone's a treasure, and it's like once we can start to.
Yeah, the concept is we build them as one family under God, then we become divine family people. Then we are trying to form divine characters within ourselves. Absolutely. If you are a member of divine family under divine divinity, God, we need to develop divine characters within ourselves by which we can love each other, accept others as they are, and continue to build, and that's going to bring peace. So I would encourage our viewers to visit our website, learn more, and get involved, and probably write to this team that produces this program and be in contact with.
But just it's so simple, guys. I mean, it seems like insignificant prayer. I mean, I know for myself, sometimes it's just like that's the medicine for sure. Well, it is the medicine for myself, I've found, and it seems to me that what do you have to lose? You know what I'm saying? It takes a few seconds, a few minutes, and why not, plug into the higher level, and here we are, we're all connected, as we all know. Otherwise it wouldn't be significant to many of us. I think one would have done the job right. So here we are together. We might as well, we're the same ship.
Yes.
And with global warming, the tides are getting higher, so we might as well learn how to row together.
Yes.
One family under God.
Under God.
One family under
That's
God.
the answer for peace.
That's the answer.
So
for
let's be from different religion, different faith background, different culture, different race.
But
let's come
all
together.
All we're saying is give peace a chance, as John Lennon would say. And so I thank you so much, all of you, for coming and sharing us your vision of peace.
Thank you.
Because this is really what we need to hear. And thank you. Many blessings to you on your mission here. And I'm so glad to hear that you guys are encouraged. It's very encouraging to get the feedback, because I always wonder myself, having traveled internationally, and the point of view people have about Americans, it's good to hear some positive, reinforcement there, because we're really trying over here at the staff, and a lot of us in Woodstock, and a lot of us out there in the world to be shining stars, so it's good to, again, cut to the tape and,
yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We should say thank you to Jenny as well.
Oh, absolutely, our journey maker.
But you all, by listening to us and by giving an opportunity for us to share the vision, what God has given to UDS and to us, you all have become peace builders now.
Yes, so you're official peace. So now we'll send you badges. If you give a call, last we'll give you this official badge, because we love you. You're so special, all of you, each one. There's no one else like you.
Yes, we're all peace builders.
Yeah, so we thank you
for this opportunity.
Yes, thank you so many blessings. Peace to all of you.
Likewise, thank you so much.
Peace be with you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Peace be with you all.
Also to you.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, thank you. All right, so are we really, are we going to watch the film? What are we doing, MCs?
We might have a little music.
Oh, we have a little music. Oh, okay. Always delightful to get, we're always mixing. Oh, thank you so much. Many blessings to you.
Many blessings to you.
You keep shining. You rock stars. You peace rock stars. Okay, it's okay, because we're flashing it live for you all. All right.
Legion. At the time, he told me he had discovered that he could cure skin cancer and diabetic ulcers with a medicinal oil called hemp oil. And I took this man as sincere. Besides that, he told me his father was a veteran, and I felt an obligation to check his story out as a veteran's child. So he took me with him, and I investigated it as I should have. And he took me to these people. And sure enough, these people were all saying that he had cured them up. He brought forward the evidence and the proof, and our executive and president and all of us had agreed that we have to do something. I mean, people are dying needlessly and suffering needlessly. So we held a meeting, and we discussed that we would put it in the paper, which the president and the treasurer signed the letter, and we put it in the paper asking for an honest and open review of this medicine. And we started writing letters to provincial command, as well as we sent a tape. I spoke to the president of provincial command 3 times, telling them to please come up and at least come up and look at this and direct us here. And so that they refused to actually address the issue.
Because that's not like how we like it. We like it home style, straight eye contact at you. And so we just thank our lovely special guest today for coming. That was really good to have some international spice in our lives, as we know. And I'm getting a little zesty because, Journey's in the air, and she's got such a zesty vibe. I feel like I got to pump up the volume for you guys. So I really encourage you also to check out that movie we showed you. I mean, if you think it's bogus, you really check it out and do some homework, because it seems to me that that's a really good deal. So I think
it's nice to see all these people out there working for peace.
Yes,
and I just want to comment. There's a lot of little old ladies out there who are dedicating 24/7 of their mental power to praying for this planet and all of us.
My other grandma.
It's a very powerful thing. It really is.
Yeah.
And we got to thank all of them out there because they're definitely keeping it going on strong. And they're probably why we're all turning out so well. So thank you all ladies out there, all you grandmas.
Yes, absolutely. Grandmas and grandpas and godmothers and godfathers.
And the United Nations, what a wonderful 2 words together. I really like those words. Sometimes I think little blue helmets marching, but I like the words together. United Nations. I especially like United Neighborhoods. United
that's
Family.
Lovely. That's so
United Neighbors.
Oh goodness.
And
Mr. Rogers would be
Nations
so proud because
United
it's so
World,
like him,
United Water.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Well, we love you guys. We're going to turn it over now because we got Varga in the house. Let her run her little intro that we love so much.
Art stock over here.
Yeah, art stock. Oh yeah, and art in the community. Loving it out there. There's lots of art going on. It was a wonderful weekend. Thanks to Aurora and Varga and all the others out there that we see turning it out. Yeah, guys,
culture,
bring the arts home.
Some privilege
exhibit from your house. Keep it coming strong.
Keeping it real.
We need more people playing music on the streets, guys. Don't be intimidated. Okay?
Yes, don't.
Bring the arts home. Okay, that's where we're at.
Live the peace, guys.
Yes.
Live the peace,
We gotta do it.
Don't stop dancing.
That's what Woodstock was
Don't let anybody
about,
make the rules for you, peeps.
The original Woodstock concept was bringing art to communities that didn't have exposure to art. And I have to say, I think it was a successful mission. I think that Woodstock has changed the world. I think we have, guys. I think the Woodstock Nation is strong. Straight across the board. And what does the Woodstock Nation love? Peace and love and music.
Woo!
All right.
That's simple drum folk out there. Okay, and she just left, and then I know the camera's still on, so until you fade away, fade away. Okay, I'm not going to sing for you, but we love you, and I'm so glad you tuned in. But another week, waiting for us to give you something, and now. All right, yes, okay, they put me on again, and I'm here with you again, but I love you, and I just, can't get enough.